me know what collectible made you love collecting. Because, well, Carlos, you didn't read the question the first time. It said hot toys. And then this time it's collectible. So I chose my wording very carefully. This can be a statue, guys. This can be a figure. This could be a prop if you want, anything, right? And we can do show and tell if you guys want to, but some of the statues might be a little more difficult for me to do that with. But what collectible made you love collecting? Because I think that's the goal. That's kind of what I preach and what I do. Every piece I get in, I want to say, damn, I love collecting, right? I look at that and I'm like, hot damn, that's the best collectible I've seen in a while, right? So for me, it's always going to be Gametoys Sephiroth, bro. Gametoys Sephiroth. He's the one. He is the Grail character. He's a Grail figure. I finally got the wing on him, Carlos, and I got it to hold properly. It just took a little bit of maneuvering, and I'll show it on camera if we need to. But Keco, I want to ask you, what collectible made you love collecting, bro? What made you, when you got it in hand, you said, damn, that thing's amazing?
I'm going to have to rewind the clock, okay? Because I've been collecting my whole life. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm not just going to be able to say, oh, I got my first Iron Man. I'm like, yay, let's go. You know, that wasn't it for me.
That's literally me, but all right.
Okay. Well, you know, I've been collecting for a long time, you know, different avenues, different media, different things like that. But I've told you before that I started understanding that, you know, science fiction toys are out there because of the blue chest that I found in my grandma's basement. I've told you that story a million times, but I'm going to be honest. The thing that made me start collecting is when my dad, all right, got me all 5 of the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers when I was a kid. And I remember, so all right, long story short, my dad had substance abuse problems, lost him too soon, things like that. But he also had connections, obviously, because of different avenues that he pursued, but he also used it for good. So I guess he's an anti-hero. With that,
I know it's not the same ones, but I was
going to say that like shocked me for a second. I forget who made them. I don't even know who Hasbro. It was like the triangle shaped boxes. But anyway, he actually figured out when the shipment trucks would come to Toys R Us. Okay. And he made deals with the people in the Toys R Us parking lot, the shipper people, to get the figures before they went into the store. Because, you know, at that point, you know, I was growing up, those were the biggest thing in the world. Everyone had the Power Rangers. Right. And if you didn't, you were a loser. And he's like, my son ain't going to be a loser.
Fucking idiot.
And so like that meant so much to me. I'll never forget. He got sick one day or something like that. And I remember he was just taking a shower or whatever. He's like, hey, I got something for you after he got out. And he went in there and got the original. He's like, here they are. Here's your fucking Power Rangers. And I was like, I don't have just the Red Ranger. I don't have just the Blue Ranger. I have all of the Power Rangers. And I think that's when in addition to, you know, collecting like Star Wars toys, you know, at yard sales, because they didn't have any of that stuff when I was growing up originally. You know, that didn't come back till I think 96. I would have been 10 at that time. So with that being said, you know, my early childhood, Power Rangers, what I collected first. And so then I was like, oh, I need a Goldar. Now I need a Lord Zed. Now I need to have, you know, Squat and Babu. And I'm like, oh man. And then I got to get the Megazord and I got to get the Dragon Zord. It's the Power Rangers that got me to collecting. And it's crazy that I don't have like those original figures here. You know, it just doesn't fit my collection, but I may eventually one day run them down in their original boxes, you know, put them up there. But that specifically is what got me collecting, if that makes any sense.
Well, if we're going way back, I want to share another example here of my own, but this is not the exact figure it was, but you get the idea, right? So this is Sub-Zero. So when I was really, really, really young, I was like Keco, and I was like, you know what? I really love these things. And my parents got me and my brother a Sega Genesis for Christmas, and we were kicking the shit out of each other in Mortal Kombat. And that was badass because I love Sub-Zero and he loves Scorpion. So I was like, man, I really love Sub-Zero. He's just amazing. He's my favorite. So I asked all 3 sides of my family, basically, because I asked my parents, one side of my grandparents, and my other side of my grandparents to all get me Sub-Zero, and none of them communicated with each other. So when I got my presents for Christmas, I got 3 of the same Sub-Zero action figure. So that's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. You get 3 of what you want. You get 3 grails. That's what made me first love collecting, but that was way back. Now in the more recent times, Gametoys Sephiroth. Carlos, what collectible, bro, made you love collecting? So I'm seeing some great choices in the chat here.
Damn. So I definitely got into collecting a little older. I thought this shit was weird back in my 20s. in my early 20s. I didn't want to collect because my mindset was I need to start a business and make money and not waste money on toys. So that's what I did. So I got into it a little bit older.
Mhm.
I collected a bunch of different stuff. Like I used to have like a garage gym, and I would collect like um here. And even it's funny. I don't know if you can see it. So I would collect like a bunch of different like weight plates, and I don't know if that's really collecting, I guess, but um I don't know.
We'll count it,
It's
bro. We'll
fucking
count
weird.
it.
We'll count it. So you can kind of see my gym there, and in there you can
Oh,
actually
okay,
you can
okay.
see like these kettlebells and stuff that I got custom made one of Iron Man. Um, but so that was kind of like I guess the start of it, but the love of collecting really came with my first hot toy, and that was when I
Mm.
got, as fucking Kiko said, my first Iron Man. So my
I know
first Iron
Kiko would
Man,
like.
Oh,
I know
I got it.
Kiko like
So this is
trashed
my
you
Mark
immediately.
III. I know, and I got
The
it. I
Mark.
don't know if you can see the if
Oh,
you can
that's
see
the
the
original Mark
date.
III, right? Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can see it.
so I got it on May 25th, 2018. So
Damn.
that's really what got my first figure. And actually, I only wanted 3 hot toys. So my first figure was the Mark III, as you know,
Hmm.
Mark 45, Mark 46, all back. Those were the only 3 hot toys I had when I started, and that got me into the fucking shit that I'm in now. I barely had anything then, so I guess that started it. Um, you know, those good old Iron Man are crying to fucking Kiko, you know what I mean?
but
So,
was it the die-cast one or is that a plastic one?
no, it
Was
was
it
a
the
die
first
cast.
Iron?
It was a
Okay,
die
so that was
cast.
the first Iron Man 3 die-cast, yeah, or Mark
Right,
3.
Yeah,
right, right.
yeah,
But the
yeah. So
Mark
that's
III
the first
2.0
one I
looks
got.
amazing. So
Yeah, so 2018. You know what's funny is
what's
that
funny. Yeah, go ahead, Carlos. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I collected anything that dealt with Marvel, but really what got me, so like I collected a luxury watch that was called a Hulk version. So it was like green. So I collected that, and I collected a bunch of Marvel stuff,
Ah.
but it really didn't make me want to love collecting until I got my first hot toy. That
So you were
really
a
got me.
fancy nerd, basically. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you want to see it? I
Yeah,
have
dude,
it.
why not? I will say though, there's a lot of great choices here, but I've noticed this, and I saw Niche Collectibles or Nick's Collectibles in the chat saying his first figure was also the Force Awakens Kylo Ren. That was my first hot toy, and that was Lael's first hot toy as well. So everyone was just starting to collect. Kylo Ren bridged the gap in communities. Kylo Ren got people into hot toys because he was so cheap. That's why. So
I mean, he was the gateway to 1/6.
he was the gateway to 1/6, bro. He was for
Yeah.
me, Kiko, because I love Kylo. So
So
Finish what he started.
exactly,
so
pretty much.
I loved Iron Man so much
Mhm.
that I wanted to be just like him. So this is totally side. This isn't even a collectible. I guess this is just me flexing at this point. But I wanted to be just like him, so I went and I bought that R8 that he
Oh
drives in the
my
movies.
god, dude! Is that the one he
So
drives in Avengers? Is it Endgame?
no, and Iron Man 1. So he drove
Iron Man 1.
that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, and then this is my Hulk Submariner, um, right there. So I used to collect Rolex, and then that
Ooh.
was the Hulk first. Anything Marvel, anything I dealt with it with the Avengers, that was my thing, man.
See,
So
Iron Man is cool, Kiko. See, Iron Man's cool.
yeah,
You can
you
lead
know what I
into
mean.
good
So
places with Iron
yeah, man, I
Man,
wanted
bro.
to be just like him. So I was like, I need to make money, and I need to go and like, um, drive the same car. So like, it was weird back then. So.
Yeah. Well, it's great
Yeah.
choices. Great choices.